Today we're looking at an article called Quantum Computing, a technological leap.
Right.
And it is it's a doozy.
Yeah.
But we're gonna break it down so that everyone can understand what's going on with this incredibly complex and mind-blowing technology.
Well, I think what's really interesting about quantum computing is the fact that it's not.
Yeah.
It's not an incremental change. It's a complete redefinition of what we think of as computing and how we go about solving problems.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to solve a Sudoku puzzle one number at a time.
Right.
And then a quantum computer comes along and just goes like, boom.
Yeah, it sees the whole solution at once.
There it is.
Yeah. And that's I think, one of the most exciting things about it.
Yeah.
The key to that remarkable ability lies in how quantum computers process information.
Okay.
So instead of bits, your zeros and ones,
Right.
they use qubits.
Qubits. Yeah, I've heard of those. What makes a qubit different than a bit?
So a qubit, it taps into the mind-bending world of quantum mechanics.
Okay.
So it's like, imagine a coin spinning in the air.
Okay.
While it's spinning, it's both heads and tails at the same time.
Uh-huh.
That's what we call superposition.
Okay.
And that's what a qubit can do. It can exist in multiple states simultaneously.
So it's like a qubit is multitasking.
Yeah.
On a whole other level, exploring all the possibilities all at once.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, so how would that help us develop new life-saving medications, for example?
Well, imagine you're trying to design a new drug to fight a virus.
Okay.
Currently, scientists have to test countless molecular combinations in the lab.
Yeah, that takes a long time.
And it's incredibly time-consuming.
Yeah.
But a quantum computer, thanks to superposition, could simulate all possible interactions between the drug and the virus simultaneously.
Okay.
And pinpoint the most effective solution with incredible speed and precision.
So instead of years of trial and error in a lab, we could have these treatments just developed in a fraction of the time.
Exactly.
Okay. That's pretty wild. So then there's this other word, entanglement.
Yeah.
And this is even weirder than superposition in my mind.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Entanglement is like having two of those spinning coins.
Okay.
And no matter how far apart they are, they always land on the same side.
Okay. So they're connected even if they're miles apart.
It's as if they're connected by an invisible thread.
So if my qubit changes, the entangled partner instantly changes with it.
Yeah, they share a destiny.
Oh, wow. That's so bizarre. So
yeah.
What are some of the most exciting applications of this entanglement?
Well, entanglement opens up a whole bunch of incredible possibilities.
Okay.
Think about financial modeling.
Okay.
Currently predicting market trends involves crunching vast amounts of data.
And it's still pretty much a guess, right?
And even then, there's a lot of guesswork involved.
Yeah.
But a quantum computer using entangled qubits could process all of that data and simulate all possible market scenarios simultaneously and give us a much clearer picture of potential outcomes.
So investors could make better decisions, and we might be able to even prevent a financial crisis or something.
It's a game changer on Wall Street.
That's pretty incredible. But there's also this idea that a quantum computer could be used to break encryption, which is a little scary.
Yeah.
So a powerful enough quantum computer could crack the codes that protect our online data.
Okay.
Everything from bank transactions to confidential emails.
It's a bit of a cybersecurity nightmare scenario, so everything's exposed.
Yeah, essentially.
I also remember the article mentioning that they could help us create unbreakable codes, too.
Right.
How's that possible?
Well, again, it's thanks to entanglement.
Okay.
We could use it to create encryption keys that are fundamentally impossible to intercept or decipher.
Okay.
It's like having a secret message that only the intended recipient can unlock.
Because the very act of observing it by anyone else would change its state.
So it's like a self-destructing message if anyone other than the intended recipient reads it.
It's straight out of a spy movie.
Okay. So we've got these like super powerful computers that can do all this stuff. I imagine there are some challenges to actually building the computer, though.
Absolutely. It's a bit like trying to build a house of cards on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
The slightest disturbance can disrupt those delicate quantum states and cause errors in the calculations. We call this quantum noise.
Quantum noise.
It can come from anything.
Wow.
Temperature fluctuations to stray cosmic rays.
So it's not just building a bigger computer. It's about creating a perfect environment.
Yeah, a perfectly controlled environment.
For these qubits to do their thing.
Where these delicate qubits can do their thing.
So are scientists making any progress on this?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Researchers are developing incredible new techniques to shield qubits from noise. It's like creating a tiny, perfectly isolated world for them to operate in, free from any disturbances.
Okay, that's pretty incredible. So even though there are all these challenges, it seems like the rewards are big enough to be worth it. Okay, so I think we've done a pretty good job of explaining the basics of quantum computing.
Yeah.
The qubits, superposition, the entanglement, and kind of we've talked a little bit about the challenges and the potential of this technology.
Yeah, but we've just scratched the surface.
We've just scratched the surface. There's a lot more to uncover. We're going to keep going with this deep dive in part 2.
Sounds good.
So stick around for that.
All right, so building on those foundational concepts.
Okay.
Let's dive a little deeper into those real-world applications.
Okay.
Out of all the possibilities we've discussed, what really piques your curiosity the most?
I mean, they all sound pretty sci-fi to me, but if I had to pick one, I think the potential for personalized medicine is just mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's a truly revolutionary concept.
Yeah. Okay.
And you think about it right now, we mostly rely on a one-size-fits-all approach to medicine.
Yeah.
But with quantum computing, we can analyze your unique genetic makeup and design a treatment plan specifically optimized for you.
So no more just guessing which medication might work,
right?
Worrying about side effects.
Exactly.
That would be incredible, especially for people with like complex or rare diseases.
Absolutely. And it's not just about developing new drugs.
Okay.
Quantum computers could revolutionize the entire healthcare system.
Wow.
Enabling early and accurate disease detection, personalized preventive care, and even the development of artificial organs.
Oh, wow.
Perfectly matched to your body.
That's incredible. So we've got personalized medicine. We talked about material science as well.
Yeah.
You mentioned super efficient solar panels and ultra strong lightweight building materials. How could quantum computing change those fields?
Well, those are just a couple examples. Imagine a world where we can design materials with properties that seem impossible today.
Okay.
Imagine solar panels so efficient they could power entire cities with clean energy.
Wow.
Or building materials so strong and lightweight they could revolutionize architecture and transportation.
So we could build skyscrapers that reach new heights while being incredibly energy efficient.
Exactly.
Wow. Or even spacecraft that can travel further and faster with less fuel. That's incredible.
Precisely. And it's not limited to those specific examples.
Okay.
Quantum computers can help us discover entirely new materials with properties we haven't even imagined yet.
Okay. What about finance?
Yeah, finance is another area where quantum computing could have a huge impact.
Can you tell me a little more about that?
Imagine a world where we could accurately predict market trends, manage financial risk with unprecedented precision, and optimize investments for maximum returns.
So no more stock market crashes or recessions.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But quantum computers could certainly give us a much deeper understanding of complex financial systems.
Okay.
We could simulate various economic scenarios, assess the impact of global events on markets, and make more informed decisions based on data, not just speculation.
So that would be a huge advantage for investors.
Absolutely.
But also policymakers and governments that are trying to manage economies.
Exactly. It could help us create a more resilient and equitable financial system.
Okay.
One that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
So we talked earlier about quantum computers breaking encryption.
Right.
It seems like a huge threat to cybersecurity.
It's a serious concern.
Yeah.
And we need to be prepared for a post-quantum cryptography world.
Okay.
Many of the systems we rely on today, like those used for online banking and secure communications, could be rendered obsolete by powerful quantum computers.
So all of our digital secrets exposed?
It's a risk we can't ignore.
Yeah, that's a little scary.
But there's hope. The same principles that allow quantum computers to crack codes can also be used to create new quantum-resistant encryption methods.
So it's like a race against time to develop these new security measures.
Precisely.
Before quantum computers are powerful enough to break the old ones.
It's a challenge, but also an opportunity to build a more secure digital future.
Okay.
We can use the power of quantum mechanics to not only protect our data, but also to ensure privacy and trust in a world increasingly reliant on digital communication.
You also mentioned quantum computing revolutionizing optimization problems.
Yeah.
Can you give me a real-world example of how that would work?
Think about traffic flow in a major city.
Okay.
Right now, we use algorithms that can only analyze a limited number of variables.
Okay.
But a quantum computer could simultaneously consider all factors, from road conditions to traffic density to individual driver behavior.
Okay.
And come up with an optimized solution to minimize congestion and reduce travel times.
So no more rush hour.
It would be a dream come true for anyone who's ever been stuck in traffic.
That's pretty amazing.
And it's just one example.
Okay.
Imagine applying that same power of optimization to global supply chains.
Okay.
Air traffic control, or even disaster relief efforts.
Wow.
The possibilities are truly vast.
So finally, artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
How could quantum computing accelerate machine learning and AI development?
Right now, AI systems are limited by the processing power of classical computers.
Okay.
But a quantum computer could analyze massive data sets with incredible speed and identify complex patterns that would be impossible for even the most advanced classical computers to detect.
So we could see breakthroughs in areas like natural language processing, image recognition, even self-driving cars?
Absolutely. We could create AI systems that are more intelligent, more adaptable, and more capable of solving complex problems that currently stump even the brightest human minds.
So it sounds like quantum computing could usher in a whole new era of technological advancement.
It really could.
With applications that impact every aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
But with all this potential, why aren't quantum computers mainstream yet?
Well, it all comes back to those challenges we discussed earlier.
Yeah.
Qubit coherence and quantum noise. Building a quantum computer is like trying to balance a million spinning plates on top of each other while someone's jumping up and down next to you.
Yeah.
It requires an incredible level of precision and control.
So maintaining those delicate quantum states is really the key.
Exactly. Even the slightest disturbance can cause those qubits to collapse, leading to errors in calculations.
I see.
It's a constant battle against noise and decoherence.
So it sounds incredibly difficult to build these machines.
It is a huge challenge.
Are there any promising approaches to overcome these hurdles?
Absolutely. Researchers are exploring various strategies, from developing new types of qubits that are less susceptible to noise, to designing sophisticated error correction codes that can compensate for those inevitable disturbances.
So it's like building a fortress.
That's a great analogy.
To protect those qubits.
Yeah. It requires a multi-pronged approach, combining cutting-edge physics materials, science, and engineering.
Okay.
And it's not just about building the hardware. We also need to develop new algorithms and software, specifically designed to harness the unique power of quantum computers.
So it's a truly interdisciplinary effort.
Precisely.
Pushing the boundaries of science and technology.
And it's a journey that's only just beginning.
Yeah.
We've come a long way in a short time, but there's still much more to discover and explore in the quantum realm.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this second part of our deep dive into quantum computing. We've explored the potential applications, we've talked about the challenges, and we even touched on some of the ethical considerations of this technology. But there's one question that keeps coming back to me.
Okay.
If quantum computers are so susceptible to disturbance from the environment, could there be a way to actually harness those disturbances to enhance their capabilities?
That's an incredibly insightful question. And it's something that researchers are actively investigating.
So instead of these disturbances being like the enemy, they could actually be a tool.
Exactly. It's a paradigm shift in our thinking.
Okay.
Imagine instead of trying to completely isolate those qubits, we could carefully control their interactions with the environment to steer them towards a desired outcome.
It's like we're not building a fortress. We're learning to like dance with the storm or something.
That's a great way to put it.
But how would that even work?
Well, it's still early days in this area of research.
Okay.
But there are some exciting ideas emerging.
Like what?
For instance, we could use controlled pulses of light or magnetic fields to subtly influence the state of the qubits, guiding them towards a solution.
So we're not just building a quantum computer. We're like choreographing a quantum ballet.
That's a beautiful way to think about it.
It's pretty wild. So for those of us who aren't quantum physicists, how can we keep up with all this?
That's a great question.
What resources are out there?
There are some fantastic online courses and lectures available from top universities and research institutions. Many of them are designed for a non-technical audience. So you don't need a PhD in physics to understand the basics.
So there are ways for us normal people to
Absolutely.
learn about this stuff. What about like news and current events?
Yeah.
Are there websites or publications that you would suggest?
There are several great science and technology news outlets that regularly cover quantum computing. And there are also dedicated blogs and websites run by experts in the field who offer in-depth analysis and commentary on the latest developments.
So is there anything that like the average person can do to contribute to the advancement of quantum computing?
Absolutely. One of the most important things is to simply spread awareness and enthusiasm about this field. The more people who understand the potential of quantum computing, the more support it will receive, leading to more funding and research.
It's like planting a seed.
Exactly.
The more we talk about it,
the more it'll grow.
The more likely it is to grow and flourish.
And who knows, maybe some of our listeners today will be inspired to pursue careers in this.
Yeah, we need bright minds from all disciplines to help shape the future of this technology.
Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into quantum computing.
It's been a fascinating journey.
Yeah, it really has.
And I hope our listeners have come away with a sense of wonder and excitement about the possibilities of quantum computing.
I know I have. It's clear that this is a technology that has the potential to reshape our world in ways we can only begin to imagine. And as we continue to explore the quantum realm, I'm confident that even more amazing discoveries await us. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.